Bill 2019, Cannabis Bill 2019, and Motion of No Confidence Bill 2019. Moreover, the Prime Minister will move the second reading of Prison Amendment Bill 2019, Criminal Procedure Bill 2019, Prison Extramural Sentences Amendment Bill 2019. The Attorney General, Senator the Honorable Vincent Byron, will seek leave to have read a first and second time the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court St. Christopher Nevis Amendment Bill 2019 and Magistrates Code of Procedure Amendment Bill 2019. And that's the national news segment. You can visit our website at www.vonradio.com, or you can check us out on Facebook at Von Radio or our Von Radio YouTube channel for these and other stories. Regional news comes up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, this here's another one for the steppers.
Swipe to win big in 2019. That's right, the Bank of Nevis Limited is once again giving you, our valued customers, a chance to win big. Just swipe or use your Bond Visa credit card for US $100 for a chance to win a cruise for two, an iPhone XS, or a grocery dash at Best Buy Supermarket.
Say what?
Sign up for a Bond Visa credit card and automatically be entered for a chance to win. This offer ends August 31st, 2019. So tell your friends and family to swipe to win big with the Bank of Nevis. The Bank of Nevis Limited, improving the quality of life. Like us on Facebook or follow us on Instagram.
Welcome back and now on to the regional news. Out of Grenada, the country has become the latest shareholder government of the cash-strapped regional airline Liat, saying that the island stands to benefit from the decision to become a shareholder. CARICOM Affairs Minister Oliver Joseph stated on Tuesday that Grenada had to support Liat because not supporting Liat will mean the loss of revenue and economic development to the country. According to official government data from 2018, 44,072 passengers used the services of the airline to and from Grenada, while for the first quarter of 2019, the number stands at 10,896. Grenada's decision to become a shareholder had been made and accepted at a shareholders' meeting in Antigua on April 30th. He stated that Grenada has given an undertaking to continue supporting Liat's restructuring, and a number of models have been examined, but a final decision is yet to be presented to shareholders. He added that the investment made by the island to date, is EC $1.3 million. Liat needs US $5.4 million in funding to assist with its current financial problems. Countries have responded positively to the call thus far, but reports say St. Lucia's Prime Minister Alan Chastanet stated that the country would not contribute any funds unless there is a significant change to the airline structure. Out of Dominica, the United Workers' Party UWP is all set to formally introduce its 21 candidates for the upcoming general election. The team, which is being described as Team Dynamic, will be officially introduced at a special ceremony to be held at the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard on May 19, 2019. Based on reports from DominicaNewsOnline.com, leader of the UWP, Lennox Linton, said that the 21-member team will be presented to the people of Dominica, to the people of the Caribbean and the rest of the world. He said the UWP team has been put together to serve on the solid foundation principles of equal opportunity, social justice, and balanced, harmonious, people-centered development. Linton went on to say that his team will focus on education, healthcare, sports and entertainment opportunities, affordable land and housing for all. The next general election in Dominica is constitutionally due by December 2019. Out of Jamaica, A search is now on for two men who fatally shot a police constable in a bar in the East Kingston community of Rollington Town earlier today. Police sources have since identified the dead cop as Constable Todmar Allen of the Police Mobile Reserve. According to the reports, about 12:15, Allen drove his white Honda Civic motor car to a bar on Gilcher Street, went inside and ordered a drink. It is further reported that as Allen was sitting down, two men armed with handguns entered the bar and said, "Don't move." Shortly after, 3 explosions were heard and Allen ran to the nearby Rollington Town police station where he fired 1 shot before collapsing at the gate. He was taken to the hospital by the police where he was pronounced dead with gunshot wounds to the back and chest. His Glock pistol was retrieved by the Rollington Town police. And finally, in our regional news segment, out of the USVI, spending plans for a big Medicaid windfall and authorization of an $80 million revolving line of credit for the USVI government moved a step forward when senators voted 2 bills out of the Finance Committee on Tuesday. According to StThomasSource.com, Acting Budget Director Jennifer O'Neill told the committee that the federal Medicaid windfall, which was some $39.5 million, came to the territory after an audit of cost reports for 2011-2013. The executive branch wants to use the money immediately to shore up some outstanding VI government debts owed by the territory's hospitals, among other things. Acting Finance Commissioner Kirk Calwood said the funding was ready to go. And that's it for our regional news segment. Stay with us for news around the world. Welcome back and now on to the international news. Asia Bibi, a Pakistani Christian woman who spent years on death row after being convicted of blasphemy, has left the country, officials have confirmed. Her conviction was overturned last year by the Supreme Court. She was originally convicted in 2010 after being accused of insulting the Prophet Muhammad in a row with her neighbors. Asia Bibi has always maintained her innocence in a highly sensitive case that has polarized Pakistan. Pakistani government officials did not reveal her destination or say when she left. The Taliban have attacked the Kabul office of a U.S. aid group, killing at least 5 people and wounding 24. Militants are believed to have set off a suicide car bomb before entering the offices of Counterpoint International, resulting in a standoff with Afghan security forces. All 5 attackers were also killed in the attack, and at least 200 workers were evacuated from the building. The Taliban said the NGO was involved in harmful Western activities. The attack comes amid the 6th round of talks between the U.S. and the Taliban in Qatar, which aim to bring an end to the 18-year war. Iran and Russia have urged European signatories to the Iranian nuclear deal to take action to save it after Tehran said it was partially suspending implementation of the agreement. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani has given the other signatories, China, France, Britain and Germany, an ultimatum to implement their promises to help protect Iran's economy. The BBC's James Landell reports.
President Rouhani said his country would scale back its commitments to the deal by keeping more of its surplus of enriched uranium and heavy water. He also warned countries still signed up to the deal that unless they did more to help Iran's banking and oil sectors, then in 60 days Iran would start enriching more uranium. The Russian Foreign Minister, Sergei Lavrov, said Iran was responding to what he called irresponsible behavior by the US. France's Defense Minister, Florence Parly, said she wanted the deal to stay alive, but admitted new sanctions would have to be considered if Iran does not respect the accord.
And this just in, reports say that US President Donald Trump has lost over $1 billion in taxes. This comes amid reports earlier issued today that the rich mogul, who is worth $3 billion, that's actually the tax, the amount of money he lost, rather, was dated back to 1991. And the Duke of Sussex and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, rather, have shown their baby in public for the first time since his birth on Monday, and holding the baby at Windsor Castle, Prince Harry said that they have yet to realize whom he took after the most. The BBC's Lisa Hampoli reports.
In Windsor Castle, the first photo call for baby Sussex. His mum and dad carried him along the red carpet in St George's Hall, where almost a year ago they'd held their wedding reception. He was wrapped in an ivory-coloured blanket and was wearing a matching hat. His eyes shut, he was oblivious to all the attention. A giggling Duchess of Sussex said, "It's magic, it's pretty amazing. I have the two best guys in the world, so I'm really happy." She said he has the sweetest temperament, he's really calm. "I don't know who he gets that from," joked Prince Harry as his son nestled in his arms. This afternoon, they're taking the still unnamed baby Sussex to be introduced to the Queen.
And that brings us to the end of our news segment. The latest in sports is next.
Mothers are very dear to us at the TDC Home and Building Depots. All month long, give that special lady in your life just what she needs with selected products from our household, furniture, electronics or appliances section and get up to 50% in savings. Or maybe you're not sure what to buy. Warm her heart with a TDC gift card and let her shop for her desires at any TDC retail outlet. This Mother's Day, shop at the TDC Home and Building Depots, the place where we have something for every mom. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
Welcome back, and now on to the sports. In local basketball, the second game in the best-of-3 finals in the high schools basketball tournament was played at the Grelhouse Stevens Netball Complex on Tuesday, May 7th. From start to finish, it was a battle with the two teams as both teams fought hard and sought to dominate the game. In the end, the final whistle was blown, with CSS leading a margin of 46-42. The final game is now set for Thursday, May 9th at the Old Manor Court in Gingerland. Meantime, in local basketball, the Division I Final Four playoffs in the SKNFA Football League saw matches played at Warner Park last week. The Hard Times team out of Nevis went up against the Security Forces. Scores at the end of the match were as follows: Security Forces 1 goal, Hard Times 0. In cricket, the West Indies Players Association and CWI President Ricky Skerritt have conveyed condolences to the cricket fraternity, the family and friends of former West Indies cricketer Seymour Nurse. Seymour MacDonald Nurse was born on November 10, 1933 in St. Michael, Barbados. It is said that Nurse was a powerful batsman and an excellent fielder. Nurse played 29 tests with a high score of 258 runs and had an average of 47.6 and was named Wisden Cricketer of the Year in 1967. Seymour Nurse later served as a selector and the team manager for Barbados. He was 85 years old at the time of his passing. In football, Chelsea boss Maurizio Sarri says it will not be easy to challenge Liverpool and Manchester City next season after an unsuccessful appeal against FIFA's transfer ban. The Blues are banned from signing players during the next 2 transfer windows until the end of January 2020. It followed an investigation into their signing of foreign under-18 players. Chelsea said they were very disappointed and will now appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Still in football, Chelsea boss, and lastly in our sports segment, in tennis, Rafael Nadal beat Canadian teenager Felix Auger-Aliassime 6-3, 6-3 to reach the Madrid Open third round. The 32-year-old world number 2, who has been struggling with a virus, won the first break point of the match in the 8th game before taking a tight first set. Aliassime, 18, saved 5 match points on his own serve in the second set, but Nadal won the 6th to seal victory. Nadal, seeking his 6th Madrid title, will play American Francis Tiafoe next. And that's it for sports. The weather is next. Welcome back. Here's tonight's weather. Here's a synopsis first of the Caribbean. A weak trough will move across the islands tonight, generating weak unstable conditions. However, low moisture levels will restrict any significant shower activity. In its wake, a high pressure system will move in to produce more stable conditions. The weather tonight will be partly cloudy with a 30% or a low chance of showers. The weather tomorrow will be partly sunny with a 20% or a slight chance of showers. The winds are east-southeast tonight, shifting to the southeast by tomorrow morning. Speeds will range between 15 and 30 kilometers, which is also equal to 8 to 16 knots. The seas are not exceeding 1.5 meters or 5 feet. The sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:42 a.m. and the sunset tomorrow will be at 6:33 p.m. And that's how we wrap up the major news package for today, Wednesday, May 8th, 2019. Before we go, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Nationally, government to review minimum wage committee to provide recommendations by June 2019, and police high command debunks reports surrounding the arrest of opposition leader. Regionally, Grenada becomes 5th shareholder government in Liat. Internationally, Asia Bibi flees Pakistan after blasphemy acquittal. And in sports, CSS team beats GSS in ongoing local high schools basketball tournament. On behalf of the rest of the news team, I am Jarvis Bond wishing you a pleasant evening.